Hey,
this is Måneskin,
and you're watching Consequence.
So jumping right into it, I know a lot has been said about how the lyrics of your guys' songs are get pretty sexy, and there's a lot of body imagery and touching and whatnot. But even more than that, I think that just like the sound of your guys' songs tend to be pretty sexy, even just devoid from the lyrics. So I kind of just wanted to ask if that's like a conscious thing you guys do, if you guys are like sitting in the studio, like, how do we make this song sexy as hell, or if it just kind of happens.
No,
We just have it in us.
Yeah, we're natural, sexy, no addictives.
That is amazing. And that's so funny because I think I was just reading, and it's not a band that you think of being very sexy, but I was reading that for the new album that Radiohead was a big influence. So that was like, I was like, how does this make sense? So tell me about the Radiohead influence, and then somehow you guys made it sexy.
Is being very intelligent and writing very, very good songs and lyrics, it's very sexy. So I think they're very sexy.
That's the radio.
Yeah, that's the radio sexiness.
Yeah.
But I think we got inspiration more from the experimental part of sounds for
sounds,
like the ballads, you know?
Exactly, for like
Some guitars shit.
Yeah, for like, I don't know, the loneliest, and for example, I use like the Ebo that is like this gear that make the strings of the guitar similar like to an arc or stuff like that, to the violin. Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, this like sad mood and this kind of vibes, especially in the ballads, I will say that yeah, we really enjoy the radio, the whole stuff that they did, sorry.
Yeah, I could definitely hear that in songs like Loneliest Time and stuff like that. And then I also wanted to ask, when it comes to the visual side of the band, it seems like you guys put a lot of thought and effort into that, just from even looking at you guys now, the fashion sense you guys have, to the energy and production of your live show. So what's important about the visual aspect of the band for you guys, and when it comes to music videos and stuff, what do you put into that?
It depends. I think there's two main ways that we try to follow. The first one is, if the song has a very specific meaning, we try to create some images that kind of follow the meaning of the song, but without being too literal and readable, because otherwise it's just fucking boring. And on the other hand, when we don't feel like we want or we can create a story behind the meaning of the song, we try to create some images that are kind of course related with the song, but they could exist even without the song, you know, that even if you mute the video clip, you enjoy it anyway, because it's so dynamic, and the images are something cool and something funny, or they just create instant emotion, and that's what like instant ramen of video clips.
Yo.
Yeah, no, and that's totally Rush as a whole. It's just it's super visceral, like right as you hit play. And kind of with that, you know, there's been a lot of talk about you guys being a rock band that's really hitting it big, and even still now these days, you kind of hear that term of like rock is dead a lot, and I don't know if you guys have heard that sentiment around, but what do you guys say to anybody who might say like, oh, rock's dead, there's nothing exciting going on in the rock world, or anything like that?
You should listen to something else.
Rock and roll never dies.
Stick to trap.
Right.
Yeah, no, I would say that there are lots of like youngest people and youngest generation of people that want to, you know, like take a real analog instrument and stuff like that. So I will say that, especially in the last period, I don't know, I saw also lots youngest people especially, that want to like make the rehearsals and create a new band or a new project, or just have fun as a musician. So I think that this is very important. We need also other bands in the global charts.
We need competition.
But there's so many
exactly
upcoming bands that are more just in the niche, from Fontaine's DC, Icons, Semlin, the Sniffers. Like, there's a bunch of bands that are coming up that are really bringing it back and revolutionizing it. But then it's just hard in the mainstream charts and stuff. It's hard to get to see some rock bands. That's true, but it will change.
Yeah,
exactly. They will get to it. We got the Grammy nomination. The Idols got the
Many
Grammy
Grammy
nomination,
nominations,
many
yeah.
Grammy nominations. So I think something is definitely changing.
Yeah,
Like
of
3 years
course.
ago, that would never be possible.
Yeah, and I even saw that. I mean, a couple years ago when you guys won the got to represent Italy for Eurovision, and having this just visceral booming rock song for that. And I kind of wanted to ask about that a little bit, just because I think it was just yesterday or the day before that John Lydon, formerly of the Sex Pistols,
Yeah.
kind of came out trashing Eurovision, and I kind of wanted to get your guys' take on that.
Oh, Johnny broke my heart. He's a real punk. It's fair enough. He can do whatever he wants.
No, but
John Rotten doesn't like Eurovision.
no, I will not take it. I will not take it. I do not agree. I'm against it.
You know what? And I think the most punk thing you can do is telling a punk to fuck off. So there you go.
Okay. I won't do that though.
I want to do the punk thing, and I don't care about
I
what you
don't care.
think about me. Okay, I don't care.
That's great. So kind of capping off this whole conversation, we're getting real damn close to Rush coming out. I just wanted to quickly get a sense of what you guys are most excited about people hearing when the full project comes out. I know those singles have been doing really well, and I love them myself, but something that we haven't heard yet. What are you excited for people to dig into?
I will. Oh, sorry. No, I will say the old records, because I will say that for us it's like literally a trip. So it's important, like since the 70s and this kind of ages, like think about the records as like a full trip. You know what I mean? Not just like a single or just 3 or 4 songs, but the old records
like a
basically.
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, because now it's the first time since we got this like more international fans, that we get to share a whole like record and not only a song. Because when you share only a song, it's very difficult to pick only one that can represent so many different sides of you. But when you give a record, then I think people can really understand you in a deeper way and see more of all the different layers you have in your music and in your thoughts and everything. So it's going to be interesting, and also to get to play it live. And I don't know, it's just going to be nice, because it's been quite a long time since we released like a whole record, so finally.
Yeah, and just a quick tag on that is you mentioned it kind of being like a trip of a record, and I know that you guys have kind of recorded the thing. It was all over. I think you guys recorded some of it in America and some in Italy and some in Tokyo. Did that affect the record at all? Just being all across the world recording?
I think so.
I think like just the whole record, we have a song that is like 2 or 3 years old, and then we have another couple that we wrote right after Eurovision, and then we have some that we wrote while we were on tour, another while we were in LA. So this thing has, of course, like affected it quite a lot, because it shows all the different times we were in our life and where we were, like mentally, where we were at that moment and everything.
Yeah, because it's very various, this record, so you can feel exactly the different places where we went. Basically, I will say that.